We give police a lot of latitude and discretion in their jobs, and the outcomes that we get from that are critical for having a well-functioning society. Now, how are we going to ensure that they're using that discretion and latitude wisely? Well, that's something that's really understudied, and crucially, a lot of the outcomes that we care about in terms of measuring their performance and maybe tweaking their incentives to get good performance are things that are just fundamentally unobservable in the real world. And so we wanted to turn to game theory to try to get a better understanding of how changing their incentives might lead to different behavior as they react strategically to the incentives that they're faced with, as well as empirically bring this into the laboratory where we can measure and observe some of these fundamentally unobservable measures, like just how many false convictions are we actually seeing, how much crime is actually going on that's going unreported or is unobservable in real life, and how can we change those incentives to make sure that we can improve those social outcomes. So within our game theoretic model, we were interested in looking at police behavior as they evaluate a particular trade-off. The specific trade-off we had in mind was that they take their budget or resources and they're allocating them broadly across two different things. One is investigation. The more carefully they investigate, the more likely they are to get the right person or to catch somebody at all. And patrolling or trying to either interrupt or deter crime. And then we're looking at how they strategically interact with civilians who might be engaging in crime, which is to say stealing from others, or producing, meaning engaging in a productive activity that's going to increase their income. Both our theoretic model as well as our experimental data can contribute to the debate on just how much police accountability there should be. And the advice that comes out of that research runs fairly counter to the claims that police unions are making. Rather, we find that increasing police accountability is likely to lead to some improvements in social outcomes. Specifically, we'd get less false convictions, and our experimental data suggests that we wouldn't actually see increases in crime. Rather, we'd see civilians be better off as a result.